Okay, for today's flip through, I'm going to show you the bigger journals that I do. This is the size I normally work in for every day, but these bigger ones I do in when we have babies for like the first few months to really document all that's going on. So I'm going to show you these bigger ones today. This is when Finnegan was born. This is the first days with him in the hospital. He was a big baby. I put his little hospital card in there. And I just journaled everything I wanted to remember for those first few days and stuck some extra pictures in here. Everyone that came to see him on that first day. My mom, his dad, my dad, our best friends. So sweet. His first bath. This is a little note that I had Dan write to him so that he could hear from him too. And I will do that periodically. I'll ask Dan to write something that I can stick in there. And the boys love to hear me read it. This is just paint, gelatos, scrapbook paper that I used a little cutout to make it look like lace. I like working in the bigger journals too because you can print out these bigger pictures, and sometimes the ones on the wall stay up for a couple years and then they gradually come down, but like it's so wonderful to have these big pictures displayed somewhere where they can come through and look, and you can just come and weep over them. This soft little onesie I remember. Oh. Painting a lot of flowers because it was spring and everything was yellow and bright and new babies, and everything was just so, everything was about growing things. A little squish. These little pockets. Can't remember if I put anything in these pockets. No. Those first few weeks when everyone comes to visit for a little hold. First smiles. Your first smile, 4 days old. Just journaling a little about what's happening and all the changes that are happening. And you can see at this is the house that we lived in, and I would set up everything on the dining room table and journal. I'm glad I took a picture of this actually. This was like the setup, and I was actually working on a journal from back when the twins were babies. Then packing them up and taking our first little walk down our road to go visit the sheep as a family. Finn was a C-section baby, so it took me a while to be able to kind of get up and going. Baths. Little cutout, little brochure from the farmer's market. We took him to the farmer's market. Opening day, the baby farmer's market. This is a girl I painted over. So a lot of times when the boys do these little watercolors, it says Henry did this on the 23rd, then I'll paint over it because I'm not going to save every single watercolor that they do. They do a million of them. I kept some pictures that they colored in these little folders. And then I used their watercolors that they did to make her hair. Just a fun way to make a mess and do some art. And I did find that when Finn was a baby that I just really wanted to just kind of create things and paint. Sweet babies playing in the little bathtub when it was all the flowers blooming. A nice. Oh, this was, I remember this being hard for me, but I love that we went and did it. A hike at Eby's. It felt so good to be out in the fresh air, hiking, looking at the mountains. This is from an Eric Carle book that we had already had one. I found it at a thrift store and used some of the illustrations for art. That's also from that same book. And that's fun to do. These are just, this isn't even tape. This is just cut up scrapbook paper that I cut into strips and put down as borders. I think you can see this body is from like a magazine, and I cut it out and then I just like added on a head and put a little flower. I think this was all scrapbook paper and I painted to kind of create that negative space. Mother's Day. My first Mother's Day with 3. Do you remember when, like on your phones, you could get those mosaic apps? I got that and took a few pictures and printed them out here. It turned out pretty cool. This is from a Sark book, which I love. Her Words of Wisdom. The best part about these books is that these are pictures that you would never print out, clearly. But it's like packs so much memories, because that was the first time I tried to go out in public without the baby, and I like leaked through my shirt. Got matching Crocs for everyone. It's a little sweet crib. Boys playing in the back and that baby just sleeping. Those were such fun days. With that big old diaper. And this peony bush. Oh my gosh, this peony bush was just heaven. Every year it gave off so many blooms. I had to plant a peony when we moved to our new house because I was not going to go without. Printed out a big picture and then journaled over it. Those little feet. I don't remember if I put anything in here. Oh yeah. So sometimes I add in, if I have extra pictures. Oh look, I made a little pocket. It's kind of fun for me to find these things too. Didn't remember that I did that. The Brotherhood of the Traveling Dragon pajamas. This is to show you how chubby of a baby Finnegan was. This was Henry and Tate's 3 months old, 3 weeks old. He was a cute, chubby little baby. Painting, journaling, adding in pockets here and there. I don't think I put anything in those pockets now. You can add something in there if you want. This was potty training. That's a tired dad there. If you have to go potty, stop and go right away. That was a song we listened to a lot. Just doodling, painting flowers, sleeping with babies in the sun. Oh, this is a poem that I'm not going to read out loud, but it is just Ruth Hamilton. Yes, so good. And this was his first month of life. The end.